You ever spend your last 18 grand trying to fix up something that was never supposed to be broken in the first place? Yeah. That was me, standing in my backyard, looking at a half-dead pool that looked more like a swamp than anything, thinking this was gonna be my fresh start. And for a while, it was until the neighbor's teenage son decided it was a community pool and his mom, who just so happened to be the HOA president and a practicing attorney, decided to make me the neighborhood villain for daring to say no. Let me back up a sec. I'm Marcus Bell, 35, recently divorced, working from home as an insurance adjuster. I know, ironic, right? I deal with property damage all day long, and then I turn around and dump literally half of my savings into reviving a pool that hadn't seen a chlorine tab in years. But after the divorce, I needed something that was mine. I needed to build something back up. So I put all my chips on the pool, $18,200, leaving me with about $140 to my name and a lot of hope that this was the right move. For a while, it was peaceful. Quiet even. I'd walk during the day, watch the water ripple from my home office window, feel like I had something under control. But then one afternoon, my contractor guy named Lou tells me, real casual like, "Hey, someone's been swimming in here when you're not around." And I laugh. No way. I work from home. He gives me that look, the kind of look someone gives when they know something you don't. Towel marks, wet footprints, chlorine levels that don't add up. And just like that, I started seeing it, the little signs I'd been missing. That's when I met Patricia Williams. She knocks on my door in her press slacks and HOA badge like she's about to issue a federal subpoena. "Mr. Bell, your pool installation wasn't properly documented with the HOA." I told her I wasn't aware that was even required. I'd lived there 6 months, no one ever said a word. But Patricia didn't come for a chat, she came to flex. She asked about permits, boundaries, who did my construction. And the whole time, this kid, her son, is watching us from their upstairs window with a smirk that made my skin crawl. "You know," I asked, "is that your son?" She stiffened. "That's Brandon. He's very active in the neighborhood." Active. That's one way to say, likes to trespass. That night I ordered security cameras. 4 of them. Covered every angle of the pool and fence. I didn't tell anyone. I just waited. And sure enough, Brandon showed up. He didn't even swim at first. He just scoped it out. Walked the perimeter. Tapped the gate. Looked up at the cameras like he was testing angles. This wasn't boredom. This was planned. Like the kid was running recon. Next day, I'm in my home office, and I hear, "Yo, nice pool, ma'am, mind if I hop in?" I look outside, Brandon's leaning on the gate like he lives here. I tried to play nice. "You should probably ask your mom first." He looked me dead in the eye. "I don't need to ask anyone." And right there, I knew I'd just painted a target on my back. The following week, I come home to a pool party happening in my yard. 6 teenagers, blasting music, phones out, filming like they are shooting a music video. Brandon's playing director. I tell them calmly, "This is private property. You all need to leave." And you know what they said? "Relax, man. We are making content." Like that excused everything. Turns out they were live streaming. To over 50,000 followers. The title of the video: "Crazy Neighbor Kicks Kids Out of Public Pool." My name, my face all over the internet. Comments rolling in. People calling me a menace, a Karen, a child hater. My business website started getting fake reviews. A couple clients backed out. All because I didn't want strangers swimming in a pool I paid 18 grand to renovate. Next day, a letter shows up in my mailbox. HOA fine. $300 for unauthorized barriers around the pool. It's signed, Patricia Williams, ASQ. That's when I realized this wasn't about the pool. This was a setup. Patricia had done this before I looked her up. 3 lawsuits filed in the last 2 years, all neighbors. All settled. All gone from the neighborhood. I checked my cameras obsessively, and that's when things got worse. Brandon started staging scenes. At one point, he climbs the fence on camera, fakes getting stuck, screams for help all while live streaming. Claims I locked him out of his own community pool and trapped him. His mom rushes out, calls 911, sobbing on the phone, telling the dispatcher her son is bleeding, that I'm holding him hostage. Cops show up. Flashing lights. Neighbors filming. And I'm standing there, pointing at my security system like, please, for the love of God, watch the footage. They take the footage, and for a while, it's quiet. But then the lawsuit hits. Patricia sues me for $50,000 emotional distress, unlawful detainment, child endangerment. You name it, it's in there. And I'm sitting at my kitchen table with this stack of papers thinking, how the hell did we get here? Now here's the twist, because of course there's a twist. One night, I'm scrubbing through old footage again, just trying to figure out how to defend myself. And I see Brandon in his own backyard practicing. Practicing how to fall. Smearing fake blood on his leg. Rehearsing his panicked cries. And in the background, Patricia. Coaching him. Counting him in. Repositioning his hoodie. I sat there in total silence, stomach turning, realizing I just caught them rehearsing the lie. I called the detective. Sent the footage. Within a week, the cops had everything. Social media posts. Private messages. Old footage. Even a document labeled Evidence Strategy. They arrested Brandon and Patricia for fraud, false reports, conspiracy. It was surreal watching them get led out in cuffs while half the neighborhood peeked through blinds. Patricia didn't scream this time. She just looked blank. Like she'd run out of story. And here's the part one never expected. 6 months later, Brandon showed up at my door. Part of his community service. He said, Mr. Bell, I'm sorry. I didn't understand what I was doing. My mom said it was just a way to make things right. I thought you were the bad guy. I didn't say much. Just handed him the pool schema. He's been helping me maintain the pool ever since. Learn the chemical balances. Fixed the filter last week. Swears he wants to become a civil engineer. And me. I left the cameras up. Not because I expect another war, but because documentation saved my life. There's a new sign on my gate now. Community welcome, please ask first. Because after all that, I learned something. Sometimes the lock isn't to keep people out, it's to protect what matters most until they are ready to respect it. So, what would you have done? Would you have fought back? Or just sold the house and disappeared? Let me know, I read every comment. Because the truth is, sometimes the scariest battles don't happen in court, they happen in your own backyard.